Hello all, this is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com, and in this particular video I'm going to talk to you about getting an MBA or getting a PhD or getting any higher education degree, not to become a manager, to make more money, but to get the degree to become yourself. So if you don't know who I am, I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There are so many people that helped me out that I want to pay the favor forward and help you out as much as I possibly can. So many of us actually go to get higher education degrees to think that they're going to move in the corporate ladder, so they can move up in a particular position or get opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily get or get a higher wage. And there's lots of people that are telling you to do that. Even in the marketing of business schools, they often talk about ROI. If you spend 1 year, you can actually get out and make more money by doing this at a business school, doing an MBA program. But I want you to think about a bigger objective. And I also want to point out before we get into that I myself sort of thought about that years ago. And that's the way that I think about things. I'm pretty rational. I was trained as an engineer. So that was my first degree, and then I did a business degree. So you can see that everything that I've done along the way has been very rational, it's been very thought out, and I've thought about different things. However, over the course of what I've become, I've changed a lot in terms of what my perspective is in life, and I think this is a really important thing to think about in terms of what you're going to do. And there is actually important organizational theory that talks about this from years ago in terms of thinking about not just optimizing on the immediate returns and the things that are very immediate to get, but also thinking about who you are and thinking about the mission that you actually have and you want to accomplish. Because I think that's really important to sort of think about what you actually want to do with the things that you're trying to get. So think about doing these degrees, a higher education degree, as not just as stepping stones towards something, but as tools that you can get or resources that you can get that you can leverage in the future in terms of being a better individual. So that's what I want you to think about in terms of getting these particular higher education degrees. Is the first thing I really want you to focus on is not all of the degrees and all of the money that you're going to get and all the prestige and status and all that stuff. That's going to come no matter what you do. If you are a talented individual, you are a nice person, that you're respected, and you try and you actually accomplish things in your life, it's going to come to you no matter what. So that is a secondary concern. That should be something that you should not necessarily worry about. It's going to come to you as you build your reputation with the world around you. Now, mind you, getting an MBA or getting, a PhD or getting, an economics degree, that all matters, right? So that is going to aid in getting your status and increasing your salary and stuff like that. But I want you to really think about the reason why you're doing this is to be more of who you are as a person right now. So to leverage what you already possess deep down inside as this person to become a better individual, where you are leveraging something about yourself that you really truly love, and you can use it in different ways. And so these are going to be different tools to leverage and to manifest yourself in a bigger and broader way, whatever that looks like in the world around you. Now, the second reason why you want to do one of these higher education degrees and to do something that's challenging for you, getting an MBA, whatever it is to see the world differently, right? So that's an important thing. It's not going to be the network that you get. A lot of business schools actually don't really have great networks in terms of what they're doing. There's some that my institution has a great network. Some other institutions are really phenomenal in terms of getting access to individuals and stuff. However, there's lots that don't. And if you're just doing it just to gain some sort of advantage in the marketplace, competitive advantage in the marketplace compared to what everybody else is doing, I don't think you're going to see the value from actually getting any particular degree out there. What I want you to do is to use it so you can see something that you never saw before. I think that's a really incredibly important thing, and it was very important to me after looking back, is to look at how this particular degree is going to change you as an individual. So a good degree, a good scholarly journey, whatever that looks like for you and whatever you're trying to do, is about becoming a better individual. It should change you deep down inside in terms of seeing the world and really recognizing that this world is incredible and there's so many incredible opportunities. And not only that, to recognize that you're a remarkable individual that can make these changes in the world around us. I think any business school education that is not doing that, any education institution that is not really stressing this, that you are a profoundly important and vital part of this whole, economic system that we have, or whatever you want to call it, is giving you a disservice. It's giving the world a disservice. If you're just focused on, getting an accounting degree, for example, just to become an accountant and do, calculations, accounting calculations, and doing better bookkeeping and things like that. Well, that's not gonna. It's gonna get you the financial reward. It's probably gonna get you to the sort of stage in life where you can see that you are doing okay, but it's not going to take you to the point where you are going to feel very fulfilled inside. So this is the third thing I'm hoping that you do these particular degrees for, is to really become more empathetic. And so what do I mean by that? I think in order to do well in this world, any business degree, for example, any higher education degree, that you take an economics degree, a sociology degree, a psychology degree, an MBA, whatever, an engineering degree, it's to teach you that the world is remarkable and that businesses and people are truly remarkable in their own right, to really marvel at the world around us. And I think if you're just understanding the nuts and bolts and the basics of that, you're probably going to discount how amazing that this world is and how remarkable that all of this stuff kind of works together. But if you're pushed and stretched, you should be able to see the world and be very empathetic in terms of the people that are really struggling to change the world and to make a very positive impact on this world, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's a better accounting software. Maybe it is a better library in your town. Maybe it is being a better municipality, for example. So all these different things, it is really hard to do these kind of things. And what's glorious, I know that's kind of a wonky word, but what's glorious with this, and when you do higher education degree, you start to realize how important those little incremental changes are to the world around us. I think that's incredible for you to imagine that when you're doing these particular degrees. Now, the other thing that I want you to get when you do a degree like this is to really self-actualize what you can possibly be, right? So you should be thinking about getting these particular degrees. The financial rewards are going to come. Yeah, again, if you are a talented human being, if you're remarkable as a human being, you're nice, you're genuine, people trust you, the financial rewards are going to come. And especially if you're focused on your career and you're sort of changing your position every once in a while, if you get stuck at a certain level, going to a different position, different firm, different company, you do all those kind of things where you're kind of leveling up, you're going to do okay. No matter what particular degree you have, you're going to be you're going to be a decent human being. But what I want you to do is to use these as opportunities, these higher education degrees, to become a better person and to really think about who you are as an individual. This is a wonderful time. Higher education, especially MBAs, especially, if you go get a PhD, whatever it is, Those are times in your life where you change and you think about the different possibilities you have, and you can realize what you can be as a human being and what you can go to and do. That's an incredible thing to realize as a person, and very few people get those opportunities. And even those people, all the people that go and get those particular degrees, whatever that might look like, very few of them are going to have that sort of realization. But if you're that one person that has that realization throughout the process, well, then, the process won. That's what it's all about, is thinking about who you can be and where you can go with the things that you actually have. Now, the last thing is, and I think this is important and sort of related to this, is to allow you to be not afraid with doing really big challenges in your life. So hopefully it's going to be challenging, right? Any higher education degree, anything that you do in life that's above and beyond what somebody else is doing should be challenging. And so what it's going to give you is a little bit, hopefully, of extra oomph to know that you can actually accomplish something that is challenging that a lot of people don't do. So it's like getting your first marathon or getting a marathon under your belt. I've never done one. However, I've done sort of things like that. And so once you do those particular things, you can do more stuff. And so that's what the whole challenge is, or that's what you should be thinking about, is knowing that it's a challenge and you should grow as a human being by actually doing those particular things. And know that you can accomplish so much more when you do that. So hopefully, if you are thinking about doing, anything in higher education, hopefully this helps you out. Give me a thumbs up if it does. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.